Good morning. Okay, I'm going to make a YouTube video. This is Mia and Vonnie channel. Um, okay, this is story time. Um, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, this is story time. I'm going to be talking about something tragic that happened to me in 2016. So, okay, so I met my now husband about 3 4 years ago, and so we were friends for a while, for like 6 7 months, and then all of a sudden we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So November 2nd 2015, um we got together for the first time, and so at that point everything was good. We loved each other. We had a lot of fun together. We would go to the movies, we could go to the mall. He had this little community center near his house that we would meet up at, so that was good as well. So after that, basically we start seeing each other like probably almost every day after school. We went to the same school, and sometimes my grandma would just drop him off at home, because she was the crossing guard, and then she would drop me off at home after she dropped him off at home, because he lived on Grider and I lived on Erickson. So basically our school was close. So Olmsted, Grider, and then right to Erickson. So anyways, I got in trouble for trying to sneak him over one day at nighttime. So my mom basically took my phone for like a few months. She would always take my phone every time I did something bad. So basically she would only allow me to go on the computer for Facebook, um to inbox him, to talk to him after school. So basically she could monitor me and all that. And then she would lock the computer around 9 or 10 o'clock, and then it was my bedtime, and then I would go to school happy because then I would be able to see my boyfriend. Okay, so anyways, I started sleeping over my grandmother's house because my grandmother was laid back. My mom was strict, my stepfather was very strict. So basically, yeah, my grandma was really laid back, real cool person. Grandmas are really, really cool. Like your mom, for example, then your grandma. Everyone loves their grandma more because they cook good, they cook a lot. You go over there for comfort. So basically, yeah, I started sleeping over my grandma's house. She let me use her phone to talk to my boyfriend. She had a house phone I could talk on him with. She had a smartphone. I would inbox him and video chat him, some pictures, all that good stuff. So, anyways, fast forward 2 months. No, let's go before Christmas. It was like December 23rd, 2015, when I found out I was pregnant. I think. Um, 1 second, I'll be right back. Gotta go check on my babies. Okay, I'm back. Okay, hi. Okay, so anyways, December 23rd, give or take. No, basically, I would say December 15th. I would say I found out I was pregnant. I didn't tell my baby father until December 23rd, like a few couple days before Christmas. Like the funny cute thing about it is I was basically gonna like wait until Christmas, and I was gonna give him a box with a pregnancy test in it. But I'm like, nah, what if he don't want me to be pregnant? Then he like flip out or get upset. I never knew how he would take it. Like we talked about it before. We talked about how I wanted a baby. We talked about how, yeah. So he knew I wanted a baby, but I mean, he was 15 years old. I was I was a year um above him. He was a sophomore at the time, and I was a junior at the time. So yeah, a junior or a sophomore having a baby, that sounds very funny. Especially since he's the younger one. So anyway, so basically I was like, look dude, I inboxed him. I was like, I'm pregnant, basically. And then that's when he wrote on Facebook, he wrote like 3 dots as a status. He just like, oh. So that's when I'm like, so he wasn't feeling it. So basically, we started talking about baby names. He wanted to name, if we had a daughter, he wanted to name her Patricia Ann Bolton because his grandmother died and her name was Patricia. And then he said he wanted to name his son Kevin Constantine Bolton. Oh, I have a son named Kevin Constantine Bolton that's going to be 2 years old. In November. But yeah, so yeah, basically we talked about baby names. I said I wanted my son to be named Tyshawn. But I'm like, I wonder if that's ghetto or not. Comment below if you think the name Tyshawn is ghetto. Because all my life I like when I was little, I would dress up as a guy and I would call myself Tyshawn. Play around with my brother. His name was Taekwon, and then my other brother was named Shantique. So I basically like combined the names Taekwon, Shantique, Tyshawn. So I'm like, I want my son to be named Tyshawn because all my life I've been playing as Tyshawn. So why not name one of my sons Tyshawn? So anyways, we talked about baby names, and yeah, we came up with the name Kevin or Pamela. I don't know, Patricia. So anyways, what ended up happening? I played at park. I was pregnant. We went to school. I told him, yo, when I say I was upset, because I told him, I was like, yo, keep this between me and you. I don't want nobody to know I'm pregnant. Like, because the whole school already had rumors about me being pregnant back in freshman year all the way up until junior. So I'm like, please do not tell nobody I'm pregnant. Guess what he did? He told like 3 of his good friends that I was pregnant. And I'm like, mad at him. I'm like, no, I didn't want you to tell nobody I was pregnant because who knows if I'm going to keep the baby or not. Mind you, I'm fully 100% against abortion. He is too. So we already knew that we were going to keep this baby, whether we liked it or not. But I just didn't want nobody to know because, yeah, it's a such thing as a miscarriage. So I'm like, why would I let anyone know that I'm pregnant? And I was only like 7 weeks pregnant at the time. So fast forward, we all happy. Everybody know we pregnant now because rumors got out. This is high school drama. Everyone knows I'm pregnant now. Oh, there she goes. She's pregnant. Ha ha ha. Some people laughing. Some people like, oh, congratulations. Some people like, you're lying. So I'm like, I don't care what y'all think. Honestly, I know I'm pregnant, and I don't care what y'all think. So basically, Christmas vacation. So yeah, the spirit of Christmas. We all happy and stuff. January come around, January 1st, I'm just sitting there in my bed, pregnant. I'm at my grandma's house still because, I got my phone taken away back in November. So, like, I'm at my grandma's house staying with my grandma because she allows me to use the phone. She allows me to stay up late. She allows me to eat how much I want. She just allows it all. She's the best grandma ever. Anyways, so basically, yeah, you're going to hear me talk a lot about my grandma because I love her. She's my best friend, my only friend. Even though she's 71 years old, I have a 71-year-old best friend, and I'm 19. Anyways, so basically, hold on, let me go check on my babies one more time. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, so basically, I'm just laying there. I remember it was New Year's Day. I was listening to Dej Loaf on TV. Shout out to Dej Loaf. I love you. You're a good rapper, singer, whatever you want to be called. So that's back when she dated, I forgot his name. But yeah, I was just looking at on BET or something about them. watching the ball drop, all that good stuff. So I had a good Christmas because I knew I was pregnant, so that was cute and fun. Then I had a good New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. It's the only bad part about it is I didn't get to hang out with my boyfriend due to the fact I was on punishment or whatever have you. So that was upsetting that I didn't get to hang out with him. But he hung out with his stepdad, his brother and sister and mom. So at least he had fun while I just stayed in the house with my pregnant self, inboxed him a few times, and basically went to sleep. So anyways, we go back to school January 3rd. That's his brother's birthday, Shamari. So anyways, we go back to school or whatever. Everything's going good. Fast forward like a week later. Now it's like January 10th or something. I could show y'all my miscarriage papers in the next video. I'll just get all those papers together. But basically, it was like January 10th, give or take. A week after we came back from school from Christmas vacation. And everything was going fine. Like, I was happy I was pregnant, but it's like I really wasn't paying attention. Like, I was just paying attention to my boyfriend and school. So basically, yeah, we're just walking around being pregnant. I was now 10 weeks pregnant, 11 weeks pregnant. I was like 10 and a half weeks pregnant. So this was like, it all started Monday. I started getting like this light spotting, like pink, real pink, like my shirt. Real pink spotting. So I'm like, what, yo, what is this? So that's when, I hurry up, went home from school at around 3 o'clock. I'm like, yo, mom, what is in my panties? Because I'm supposed to be pregnant. I'm not supposed to be bleeding. Nothing is supposed to be coming in my panties because I'm pregnant. So what is this, mom? She was like, oh, I think it's implantation bleeding. When the egg meets the sperm and, then the baby starts growing inside your uterus, so that's probably like the rest of your uterine falling off or whatever have you. So I'm like, all right, mom, I'll believe you. And she is like showing me a picture. She drew a picture and she like, if it continues to be pink, that's fine. If it turns this color red, like real light red, then that's an emergency. You have to go straight to the hospital. And I'm like, oh no, I really hope it don't turn red. Like, let me show you how red it would be. So she said if it stays pink like this, then it's alright. Baby toy. She said if it turns red, this color, then you have to go to the hospital. So basically, it was this color for like 2-3 days. Spotting. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm implantation bleeding. Mind you, I've never been pregnant before, so I don't know how this goes. I'm only 17 years old, so I'm like, oh, okay. I wanted a baby for a while though, but it finally happened. I took like 4 pregnancy tests. I'm like, I'm pregnant, yay! I'm gonna have a family. I get to move out and call my own shots and be a mom. So, anyways, yeah, it was this color for 3 days. Oops. And so, anyways, so it was that color. I'll never forget Wednesday was the worst day of my life. When I say it was the worst day of my life, nothing is worse than a miscarriage. So, I'm in school. We got like 8 periods in school. So it's around 5th period, like right after lunch. We got like study hall or something. I'm like, miss, can I use the bathroom? Because you know how you pregnant, so you pee a lot. So she like, sure, just hurry up. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to hurry up, I'll never forget. I peed, and I'm like, it's these dots in my panties. The pink ones. Like my shirt. It's like about 5 of them. So I go to wipe after I pee, and it's this color. My whole penny, my whole what you call it? My whole the napkin that I wiped myself with was this color. And I'm like, yo, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my, you know how long it took me to want a baby and got pregnant? Like, I've been trying to get, I know I sound crazy, but I've been trying to get pregnant ever since I dated this guy. Like, even before, like, I wanted a baby so bad because I had no friends. I'm like, this is my only hope to just have a baby. And so, that was crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm really bleeding. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh no. So that's when I went back to the classroom. Was really, really sad. I'm like, yo, no. I called my mom right before I went in class. And I'm like, I don't feel good, Mom. Can you just please come get me from school? She was like, all right. She knew I was pregnant. Basically, everybody knew I was pregnant by then. I'm like 2.5 months pregnant. So that's when I went to the nurse office to wait on her. I don't think I even went in class. Either I went in class and told the teacher I was going to the nurse office, asked her, or I just basically just went without her permission. And so the nurse was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I'm pregnant." And she was like, "Oh, okay." Asked me all these questions. She was just like, she checked my temperature, and she's like, "You should not be this hot while you're pregnant." So that's when she said, "You should lay down, drink some water." She trying to give me some sink water. I'm like, I don't drink sink water. I don't like sink water. I'm stuck up. Only drink bottled water. So I'm like, I'm not gonna drink the water. I probably took like one sip and then I like lay down until my mom came to get me. So basically, to make a long story short, my mom came to get me. I worked at Clear's at the Galleria Mall, Buffalo, New York. I think it's Cheektowaga, actually. But yeah, I worked there. So my manager called me. She's like, Mia, can you come in today? And I'm like, man, that's not gonna be a good idea. I ain't tell her I was pregnant. And I was jealous of her because Sherelle and Jazz was pregnant at my job. They was like 6 months pregnant. Rumor has it that everybody that works at Clear's get pregnant while they work there. And that is true because basically everybody that worked there got pregnant. And my anyways, yeah, so I'm like, Jazz, I can't come in today. I ain't tell her why. I just was like, I can't come in work today. It was Wednesday night. It was like 6 o'clock. She wanted me come in like 6 to 9, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'm sorry. So she like, all right, Mia, you just gotta work another day, probably tomorrow or something. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm probably not gonna be able to work for another week or two. So basically, what ended up happening was I wiped again, and when I put on my pennies, it was red, all in my pennies. And basically, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, yo, my mom was like, go put a pad on, a period pad. By the way, I don't use Tampads at all, only pad. So that's when she was like, go put a pad on. So I went to go back in the bathroom after I peed and whatever, washed my hands, whatever. Went to go get the pad. So right before I try to put the pad on, I just feel a rush. When I say I felt a rush, I felt a rush. I ain't never felt nothing like that before. A rush of water. My water broke. How my water break? And I'm 11 weeks pregnant. You supposed to be 40, anywhere from 30 to 40 weeks pregnant before your water break. I am 11 weeks. That is 2 months and a half pregnant. And my water gonna break. And I'm like, yo, wait. I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm just sitting there laughing. I know it's not funny. I was laughing to help myself not cry. So I'm just laughing. I'm like, yo, why did my water just break? Mind you, my boyfriend know nothing about this. Like, when I say my boyfriend, Savon, he ain't know anything about this miscarriage happening. So he probably at home playing a video game or something while I'm over here dying, basically. So anyways, so my water breaks. So I'm just like, yo, okay. And so basically, hold on. I'm about to go check on my kid one more time. Okay, so yeah, my water break. And I'm like, Mom! I'm screaming. I'm like, Mom, come to the bathroom. Quick, come to the bathroom. She in the living room, 2 rooms from the bathroom. And I'm like, yo, my water just broke. And she just like, quit playing, Mia. Your water ain't break. We'll go to the hospital tomorrow, see why you bleeding. It might be a rupture in your uterus or something. So I don't think you're having a miscarriage or anything. I mean, this happens to pregnant women. So I'm like, I hope I'm not having a miscarriage because I really want to keep this baby. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm pregnant. I'm having this baby. I'm having this baby. So anyways, I'm like, she like, check your panties. See if your mucus plug or something came out. And I'm like, a mucus plug wouldn't come out if you're so early in your pregnancy or whatever. But so I checked my panties. You know how a placenta look? It was a mini placenta. Like, a placenta is probably this big when you go to full term pregnancy. My placenta was the size of my fist. Probably half of the size of my fist. Probably like, this is a good idea. My placenta was this big. So it was really, 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 really gray. And like grayish, bluish, purplish color. Like, it just looked dead, my placenta. And you could see like this little bulge out of it. That was the baby. I seen my baby. I seen my little baby. I seen my Kevin or my Patricia or Pam. It was a really sad moment. Rest in paradise. Rest in peace. I love you. Whoever you could have been. You could have been a doctor. You could have cured cancer. I don't know who you would have been. But I know that you're watching over my 2 other sons, Kevin and Titus. I know that they would have been born in like June or July. I'm thinking possibly even August. All I know is they would have been 2 years old right now. My baby would have been 2 years old. You would have been 2 years old. I love you. I hope I see you in heaven. So yeah, so it was a placenta and this red, like really dark red, almost black dot, like real small, like a pea, almost like a pea, like peas, like, you know, that vegetable. Is it a vegetable? Like peas. It was like the size of a miniature pea. And you could like see kind of the real small baby inside of it. Like, isn't it like placenta and the baby like all together? So like, yeah, I see my baby. And I know this sounds really nasty, but I put the baby in a sandwich bag and carried it around it with me in my book bag, my purse, for 2 weeks. Because probably even longer. I was so hurt. I didn't want to give my baby up. And I knew it was too small to get cremated. So I carried it around with me for about 2 weeks. Everywhere I went, I would take it out. And I carried my pregnancy test. I took like 4 pregnancy tests. First response. I carried my 4 pregnancy tests and my baby with me everywhere I went. And so one day my mom, after the whole hospital situation, we went to the doctors, and if you want to hear more about this, you could inbox me at Tamia. No, you not Tamia. You can inbox me at Bolton Tamia on Facebook. Bolton Tamia. Bolton Tamia. So anyways, yeah, so I went to the doctors. If you know what HCG levels is, like if you're a normal person, not pregnant or anything, your HCG level should be like a 5. Mine was a 1,010. So I went back to the doctors a couple days later and it was a 400. A couple days later, I go back to the doctors. They saying it's a threatening miscarriage. I'm like, what's a threatening miscarriage? They like, it's like when you think you might have a miscarriage, but they're not too sure yet. Like, the baby might still be alive or whatever. And I'm like, that baby came out. That had to be the baby that came out. And it was like, we have to do surgery on you if like the rest of the tissues and all that don't come out. So they called me back in a week to see what my HCG levels is. And it was a 4. I'm like, a normal person HCG level is a 5. Tell me why my HCG level was a 4. I'm like, how it go from 1,110 to a 4? So I'm just laughing not to cry. I laugh a lot to help myself not to cry. So I'm just like, and the doctor probably thought I was nuts. They like, why is she laughing? This is not funny. And they basically like asked me simple questions like, how many men have I slept with? Do I know who the father would have been? They told me that I had like some type of disease, so that would kill the baby. It wasn't due to stress or not being fertile or anything. It was just the simple fact that I had a STD. I don't know when I caught it. I don't know anything about it. All I know is I had a STD. So that killed my baby. I'll never forget. January 2016 is when I could have had a baby, but I didn't. So, anyways, that's my miscarriage story. If you want to add me on Facebook to know more about it, to know more about my family now, any questions you have, just let me know. TAMIA is the last name, and then the first name is BOLTON on Facebook. So my name on Facebook is Bolton Tamia. Okay. I used to cry about this all the time. The sad part about it, I don't want to sound weird or anything. The crazy part about it is I forced my husband to give me another kid like 3 months after. Like I begged, ever since I had a miscarriage, I begged him to get me pregnant again. And he got me pregnant again in March. So like 3 months after I had my miscarriage, I got pregnant. And my son now, he's about to be 2 years old in November. And then my other son, I begged him to get me pregnant. And he's about to be 1 year old in December. But okay, yeah. To know more about my story, subscribe, like, share, comment. Add me, Bolton Tamia, on Facebook. I love you guys. This was real. Peace.